What's up, everybody? The watch parties unfortunately aren't going to work out, so I'm doing breakdowns for the rest of Skeleton Crew and Creature Commandos, and we've got episode 3 of Skeleton Crew to dive into today. Before we get into the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you're not missing out on any videos throughout the week. Now let's get into the episode. We started off with the parents as they freak out about their kids flying away on a spaceship. There's also the factor of the Ad-Adin government not doing anything because the ship's outside their little bubble that they live in the galaxy. I gotta be honest, it was a rough opening as I just don't care about the parents. But then it's back to the good vibes from last week as the kids and Jode Nanawood escape the brig. It also seems that Jode is, or was, actually a Jedi, using the Force to distract some pirates before they run through a market where we saw a couple of Jawas. Once they reach their ship, the kids force Jode to go back for SM-33, their droid, and it ends up being worth it because of the incredible score over this scene. Jode runs into an old pirate pal down in the droid pit, a pirate of the Ishi-Tib species, and I just love how fast-paced this entire stuff was to open the episode. It helps keeps that fun, lighthearted vibe going throughout these scenes. Jode returns with the droid and their escape from the pirate hub truly begins. The camera work during this was incredible, and then instead of just having them jump to light speed, they jump and then the fuel line that was connected to the ship wreaks havoc on the pirates. It was funny, but also just really cool that they took that extra step with the scene. Once they've escaped, they get SM-33 rebooted, and both he and KB have massive trust issues with Jode. Well, the whole crew does, honestly, but those two, they feel the deepest. Jode also continues to do things that don't feel like they can be pirate tricks, making me believe he truly is a Jedi, just one who lost his way. Anyway, they're on their way to see one of Jode's old contacts, Kim, and she's an owl, which I believe is a new species because I'm not personally familiar with anything like her in Star Wars that's like the sentient owl. But if you know the species, let me know down in the comments. I could just not know about them. She's also a believer in Ad-Adin though, or at least is playing along like she is, so she can stall for the X-Wings to come arrest Jode. But she says it was a planet that was purposely hidden, and if she's telling the truth, and kind of feels like a big if with how the scene goes, it could have some connection to Kamino, which, if you recall, was also a hidden planet before the Jedi found it in Attack of the Clones. She also talks about those secret planets being destroyed, which, once again, if you remember, from the Bad Batch, Kamino got obliterated by the Empire. Then the kids reveal that on Ad-Adin they only learn about Coruscant and Alderaan, but then before we can learn more about the planet, Jode realizes his old friend is stalling. The X-Wings arrive to arrest Jode, or Silvo, or Crimson Jack as they call him, and he's actually a character from the comics, but I'm not personally familiar with him outside of knowing he's also a bounty hunter or a pirate. The crew makes it back to the ship, but the kids stand their ground and demand the truth about who Jode really is, and I'm kind of with them. I just want to know. I'm not in on the mystery right now in the show, but he snakes his way out with a nothing answer, and we get another epic starship sequence. The camera work was even better with this one, both inside the ship and outside the ship, so credit to the VFX team or teams as well, and it was also just hilarious with the kids manning the guns, and it was a nice touch having them, somehow hit a shot, but it doesn't do any damage, it's just for fun, as they escape to close the episode. I thought that was another solid episode for the show. It continues to be so fun that honestly, it's just kind of hard to dislike it, and the camera work in this episode was just incredible. It was definitely the better of the two episodes that David Lowery directed. And so that'll do it for my breakdown of the third episode of Skeleton Crew. I mentioned quite a few things that stood out, but it was all glued together by another incredible score from Mick Giacchino for the second straight week. But let me know what you thought of episode 3 down in the comments below, and make sure you have a great day.